I've always heard that practice is the key to progress. The concept of practice seems pretty straightforward for a performing musician, but what does this mean for composers and producers that want to explore their own musical ideas and record and produce them inside of their DAW? In this video, I want to look at some tips and methods you can use in order to practice in a way that's going to have real-life application, and look at how you can use exercises and drills as a way to enhance your creativity, practice cornerstone skills, and even create ideas and tracks in the process. These are all core principles of the Piano for Composers program, so if you want to learn how to use the piano and turn it into your ultimate composing tool, both for writing and recording and just jamming, check out the link in the description. In this video, we're going to look at an exercise geared towards helping you create lush, arpeggiated textures like this one. And we're going to look at how we can turn a simple exercise like this, learn it, and then use it to create a little composition or idea, which is going to help us internalize this knowledge even more. And like all the exercises and drills inside of Piano for Composers, everything is created with real-life applications in mind. For example, playing and recording brass statements on the MIDI keyboard, or creating epic string themes, or even creating beautiful chord voicings and progressions inspired by Studio Ghibli, and much more. Let's dive in. So essentially, this is a mirrored technique where you use the exact same finger in both hands, thumb, middle finger, pinky, for example, and they're mirroring each other. So start with the pinky, middle finger, thumb, and then we'll alternate like this. So it's always the same finger on both hands we're using. And once you're comfortable with the basic coordination of that, you can speed it up a little bit. And then we can move it down one step to E minor. And then we can try a different rhythm like this, a triplet. You can also move the chords like this. Now that we've gotten that, let's move the right hand up a third so we get the major 7 of the chord. Or we can go alternating back and forth like this. Okay, so that's with 3 fingers. Let's do 4 fingers. Start in the same way, just outlining a major 7th chord. Let's move it. This exercise is geared towards helping you build the coordination of your hands, and also to get you more comfortable with different inversions of basic triads, as well as extended chords such as major 7th. One thing I really like to do with these exercises is to, of course, do them, but after I've done it, try to just do some variations and play around with it in a musical context. So say we've been playing this drill. I might try a different rhythm. And play around with different notes and variations of it and try to turn it into something a little bit more musical. Now let's just start jamming around with a metronome and trying to come up with something here. All right, so here, as you can tell, there's quite a few mistakes. There's a bit of latency with the video recording. So I'm just going to quickly quantize this. All right, so let's take this piano into maybe some woodwinds. Let's maybe take down the velocity. And what we can do is to divide these into two. So we have 2 legato plays, 1 for each hand. We'll just adjust this a bit. And from there we can start adding a few chords. So let's just start basic. Now it's just some basic chords, and this is something we'll look at in Piano for Composers as well, is how to just utilize different inversions. Around the keyboard in order to create fluid harmonic progressions instead of just using the root positions and becoming confident in using these inversions. Let's quickly add in a bass line as well. Now this started just as a simple exercise, but I'm already starting to get some ideas for maybe a simple melody. So let's play around a little bit. I feel like something along those lines could be an interesting motif. So let's just improvise a little bit. Something like that. But also looking at counter melodies and how we can approach recording these additional elements for our compositions as well. Let's try some out. Let's just try a quick thing at the end here. Just gonna do this very roughly right now. So in order to get the most out of any exercise or drill or any new concept that you're learning, here's a few things that's really helped me. One is to do the study or the exercise. This can be doing a drill like this one, but it could also be, for example, analyzing or transcribing a chord progression or a chord voicing from one of your favorite movies or compositions, or any other element or technique you want to recreate and learn from. So step one is to find the thing you want to learn or improve. Number two is to do a study, a recreation of this item. So step two is to practice it as closely as you can. Once you've done that and you have made this exercise, there's one crucial part that is the most transformative, at least for me, and that is to put it into practice in your own musical words. So far you've essentially just been copying, but an important part is actually turning this into something that you can use naturally in your own musical context later on. So that's where I really recommend taking the thing that you learned, whether it's a chord progression, voicing, or technique like this, and actually use it to compose. All right, so that's an example of how the exercises that we include in Piano for Composers is all geared towards helping you compose and helping you master specific techniques or fragments of techniques that's going to help you in the composition process. And this goes for anything from the foundations of piano and feeling confident in using even basic skills to turn our ideas into finished mock-ups.